Hi everyone, I'm here with another Broadway review. This review is for Rocky on Broadway at the Winter Garden Theater. And I'm sorry, but I went to see this show on March 10th and I'm doing the review now, like very late. I don't know, I was just being very lazy. I have no excuse. So, and I also have this like new system for my reviews and stuff. I'm actually gonna start like I'm taking notes, not during the show, but like after the show about what I thought and stuff. And I'm using my headphones today because my neighbors they're playing music and it's like 12 at night and yeah. So yeah, and I'm also using this new system too. I'm not gonna tell you yet, but I'm gonna tell you the system, but not what I gave the show. I'm gonna use the how many number like I'm gonna rate the show on a scale for my opinion of the show, from a 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 out of 5. So it could be a 1 out of 5 or a 2 out of 5 or a 3 out of 5, etc. And I'm also gonna be using decimals. So I will be if I think the show was in a complete 3 or a complete 2 or a complete 4, I might use 3.2 or 3.4 or 3.5 or so. Let's start with the Rocky business. So Rocky is a story about a male boxer who suddenly rises his way to the top and fights this top-notch boxer, and realizes called Apollo Creed, and although he does loses the fight, he does win one thing, is but he ends up realizing that he wins one thing, and it's the love for Adrian. So yeah, that was like my synopsis for the show. That's basically what it's about. It's about how he's a boxer. He's like small town and stuff. Not really. He's a boxer, and then Apollo Creed, he's the best. He has this boxing match, and then the other guy drops out for some reason, and then Rocky is picked to like box him, and then he takes the opportunity. People are telling him, no, don't do it, you're gonna die in the ring, blah 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 blah. But he's like, I didn't know what this was about. I didn't see the movie. So I came in here because I saw a review. I did know he wins, but I still felt like if Rocky was sort of like an underdog, you're gonna think he's gonna win. And I actually thought for a second, you guys are lying, he's gonna win during that fighting scene. And yeah, so it takes place in Philadelphia in the 1970s, and I have one comment about that. I couldn't tell that the show. This is what I wrote down, so I'm gonna read it. I couldn't tell that the show was in the 1970s because although the lighting designer basically makes the show, he basically makes the show black and white because it's so dark, and I actually love it. There's color here and there, but I think by the lighting designer and by the set designer, I can tell that this was done in the 1970s. But the costume designer, the way that the 70s is represented through, that's what I'm thinking. That's what's going through my head. The costumes are very modern. I can actually see people wearing the stuff that Adrian and Rocky wear on a regular basis. I actually can today. So that's my opinion of the whole 1970s costume stuff. But okay, yeah. So Andy Caro, oh my god, I'm so itchy. Andy Caro plays Rocky Balboa, and he has an amazing voice. I do agree with Happy Madison, dude, that he could sing like the songs that they wrote for him weren't able to challenge him and actually like let him perform at his full ability. That was my opinion. That was Happy Madison's good opinion, and I agree with that. His acting was great. Oh, I also have one more thing to say. Both leads, Margot Sieber and Andy Caro, they portray these characters so good that I feel like if it's actually them, they embody these characters so well, and I love it. And he was very handsome during the role, and humongous. He's so brolic and muscular. I would not pick a fight with him at all. Margot Sieber as Adrian. She's adorable. She's amazing. I absolutely loved her. Um, Hands down, one of my most enjoyable Broadway debuts of the year. Her and Ciara Renee. Absolutely. They were she was great. Ciara Renee's from Big Fish, aka leading player in Pippin now. Her singing is amazing. I really want her to come sing "Raining" to me while as I'm going to sleep as like a lullaby because I love that song and I just love her singing it and she's just so amazing. Her acting is great. Met her at the stage. I met her at the stage there, and I'm like, I'm so upset with you. As like, if I knew her, and I'm like, why did it take you this long to come to Broadway? And that was funny. She laughed a lot. Um, I just love her character. Okay, so yeah, I loved her character, and I really want to see her get a Tony nomination. It's her first time, yeah, but she's amazing. I honestly don't think that she might get it though. I really want her to because we have Justin Mueller hands down. She's not gonna get the Tony nomination. Adina Menzel, Sutton Foster, Michelle Williams, and Kelly O'Hara. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Um, Terrence Archie as Apollo Creed. I would have thought that the part was bigger. It actually wasn't. It was. He's a very good actor. I feel like if he was sick the day that I was there because Happy Madison dude in his review he said that he has an incredible voice. He was riffing all types of crazy and I Am the Tiger, but he wasn't for my performance. It was just pretty. I could barely hear him. Um, all his patriotic was really really good though. He is a good singer. He actually is, but his acting is really really good too. I love how he plays like cocky and I'm gonna win. Like I just love that. He does it so well. Um, Although his part wasn't like very humongous, he was amazing in the when he was on stage. And Dakin Matthews as Mickey, he was very good, and I loved his song in the second act. He's hilarious. He's really really funny. And Danny Mastro Giorgio as Paulie. I absolutely loved his acting. Like he's really crazy and I just loved it. Okay, so the set design for the show. I really really liked it. It was great. The set design is done by Christopher Borrello. Kudos to you. You did an amazing set. Not like any set that I've ever seen on Broadway. Yeah, like any set I've seen on Broadway. Dude, your stage goes up to like the A, B, C, D, E, F, the seventh row. No, I think it's more than that. The seventh row of the orchestra. Like, you actually make the stage come out. Hands down, I might think you win. You'll win. Sorry, Aladdin. Loved your set. Yeah. Costume design, it was good, but too modern for this show. It was done by David Zinn. The lighting design was very unique. I really, really liked it. And it was done by Christopher Ackerland. Choreography, I wouldn't say much. It's the choreography in this show is not dancing. It's more of like movement because like the boxing and stuff, that's all choreographed. So when you think of choreography, don't think this wasn't there's no dancing in this. It has a little bit of dancing in patriotic and stuff, but yeah, I'm so weird. Choreography pretty much good. The movement was very good. It was done by Stephen Hoggy, I believe, and Kelly Devine. Okay. The score. The song. Okay. This is my thing with the score. I'm not familiar with these writers, but I sort of enjoyed it. Um, I feel like if they did a good job, but if you're gonna make Rocky a musical, they shouldn't have done a good job, in my opinion. This is my opinion. I feel like if they did a good job, they should have done an amazing job, in my opinion. Um, they shouldn't have done a good job. They should have did an excellent job if they want to make Rocky a musical, because I believe whoever found out that Rocky was gonna be a musical, they would be like, "What? Rocky a musical?" Yeah. So yeah, and the score is by Lynn Ahrens and Stephen Flaherty. Yeah, or Flaherty. Okay, yeah. The book, it's a really really good book. I think Sylvester Stallone and Thomas Meehan aced this book. It was really really good, and they had an amazing partnership. It was amazing. I loved the book. Although I'll get there in a second. It was done by Thomas Meehan and Sylvester Stallone. My thoughts on the show. I felt like the first act was very, very slow. That's what's making me give the show 3.7 out of 3.7 out of 5 stars. Because it's a very good show. It has good music, it has a great book. Just felt like if to make this a musical, it shouldn't have been like a play with music in the first act. That's my opinion of it. But the music is very nice, and yeah, I just felt like it was just too slow. There wasn't a huge dance number in the first act that I was just like, yeah, that's what bothered me about the show. Um the second act was amazing. The opening, wow, beautiful. Overall, it's a really, really good show. I just wish things could have been a little more quicker in the first act. I would have gave it 4 stars. Um, I would go see it again. Maybe cast changes. Maybe like during the summertime when there's no new shows and I really want to go see something, I would go see this again. Or when a new cast comes in. Um, I felt like the Winter Garden isn't the theater for Rocky. I don't know if it's just me, but I don't know. I don't think it's the theater for Rocky. I haven't been in enough theaters to know what theater is for Rocky, but I just felt like that one wasn't it. That's my opinion of it. Um, when I went to see the show, it was really really cool because there were so many like Broadway actors at the show, like Hunter Foster from Spring Awakening and Godspell, Andy Kelso, who's starring in Kinky Boots right now as Charlie Price, Leslie Margarita from Matilda, who is Mrs. Wormwood right now, Chris Rice, he's in the ensemble, he's a standby in the Book of Mormon, and Clay Thompson, who just recently left Matilda and probably will be going back, as he said. Yeah, pretty good show. Would go see it again. Three, um, 3.5 out of 5 stars, and this is my playbill. This is his name. I forget people's names. You guys know that already. Terrence Archie. This is Jay. No, I'm lying. Who is this? Oh, okay. This is Danny Mongolola. I think you guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. Mastro Giorgio. This is Dak Matthews. Um, this is Margot Siebert. This is Andy Kelso, and this is an ensemble member whom name I forgot. Okay. Bye, guys.